everyone. We are so excited to have you all here with us. This is going to be an epic webinar, and so I'm so excited that you guys took advantage of this opportunity. We have so much valuable information to share with you today. And what I'm really excited about is I have my stud muffin husband here, and you guys, he is like the rock star of my dreams. I'm so impressed with him. You guys are going to love him too, and I'll let him kind of share what's going to happen today.
You guys, oh my God, Kara, thank you so much. That was really kind. You guys know I love her, right? We're a great team. Just real quick before we get going here, I want to make sure everyone can hear us okay. I saw someone was typing in a message, is this working? Everything seems to be working on our end, but I just want to make sure. So if you guys could, just in the chat box, just say, yes, I can hear you. I can see your screen, something like that. Just go ahead and type those in real quick. I want to make sure you guys can hear us before we share all this crazy amounts of knowledge with you guys. And while we're waiting for those too, this really has been like a labor of love for us for years now. Kara's really honed in all her skills, and we've both been working together to make sure things are going well. And looks like we're good. So loud and clear. Yes, I can hear.
Oh, good.
Oh, a flood of responses now. Guys, whoa.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited, Kara. This is exciting. The reason we're so excited is because so many of you, this message resonated so well. You're getting so pumped to transform your Amazon business that you've been sharing with people. And so many of you are here because your friends have shared with you. You guys, thank you again. I can't tell you enough. And
yeah, thank you so much for those of you who shared. You guys are so awesome.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
And you won't be disappointed either. Lots of smiley faces and everything else. You guys are awesome. Great. Okay, so how we're going to go about this today. Basically, what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and present a lot of the material. Kara will jump in and interrupt me, and so don't think it's awkward when she does. We've all planned it out. That's how we work.
Indeed.
And if you guys have any questions along the way, go ahead and ask them. We can see your chats. There's a ton of people right now. It was so many people, we had to grow our audience. Like, we limited it to 100, and we had to grow it just to make sure we could accommodate all you guys. And so if you have questions, ask them. We'll try and catch them as we're going. If not, we'll catch it at the very end in our Q&A section, and we'll try and answer everything right there for you guys too, okay? Awesome. You guys excited for this? Give me a yeah, give me a booyah. Give me whatever it is you say in your part of the world. I know, I'm excited though. Okay, great. We're getting some good being here. Great. Oh, so excited. You guys are awesome. Okay, so without further ado then, we're all Amazon sellers here. And we're looking forward to how to quickly make 7 out of 10 people buy your products on Amazon, and how to overhaul your own listing using less than 30 minutes of your time, which is unheard of. Okay? Yeah, we got some booyahs in there. Awesome. Okay, thumbs up. Well, let's get going with this. Now, first, as we get going, it's really important that you know a couple things. First, if you fail to convert at more than 15% on Amazon, it's not your fault. And what I mean by that is if less than 2 people are coming to your listing, or what am I trying to say? If less than 2 people out of 10 are coming to your listing and they're not buying, it's really not your fault with this. If you've been concerned in the past that you can't succeed at selling more on Amazon effortlessly, then I want you to put those fears to rest. We're going to show you some cool things. And if you've ever thought that doing a ton of giveaways is going to bleed your business dry, you know what? You're right. Unless you play the game differently than everybody else that's doing it on Amazon right now. What we're going to teach you today is a wide blue ocean. No one else is doing what we're doing, especially for those of you who are selling in Europe. The field's even more white to harvest over there. Now, again, what we're talking about is how to really convert people at a higher rate. So 7 out of 10 people that buy your products on Amazon, and how you can do that in less than 30 minutes of your time. We know you're busy. Now, my goal, and Kara's goal here with this too, is if you're new on Amazon, if you're selling less than 5 products, then I want to show you the one thing you need to make every product launch extremely effective. Does anybody else here get frustrated by the amount of products you have to give away in order to show up on Amazon? Go ahead and show me some kind of like, yes, me, or I don't know, some kind of like zombie groan or whatever it is that you're feeling right now. Now, it also, yes, oh, there we go. I get some responses right there. Now, if you're an experienced seller, our goal is that you want to show you the one thing you're missing to start converting at 35 to 50% and beyond. Meaning, for every 3 to 5 people that come to your page, they're going to be buying from you out of every 10. Okay? Now, we found that the only way is to blast your conversion through the roof is to sell with why. And again, no one's doing this, okay? Now, I digress for a bit, but a bit about us. Karen and I, we've sold millions on Amazon over the last 5 years. Came into a great course and saw a lot of awesome things with it and had great success. And since that time, we've created a couple courses on Amazon listing optimization. And through those courses, we've helped thousands of people get more sales. Excuse me. And their lives have been changing because of it. Now, since then, we've also optimized listings for some of our clients, and those listings are collectively selling nearly $3 million per month on Amazon. And those are just the products that we've worked on so far. That's not including the dollar figure for people who have gone through the courses, they've seen increases, they've given reviews that things are working really, really well for them. It's not including those ones, data that we don't have. That's just the ones that we worked on alone for other people. Now, how we stumbled across this whole idea of selling with why. We were a year-old Amazon sellers, brand new. I just quit my job just to build our business. Things were going really, really well. And ultimately, what we wanted to do is we wanted to make enough money to support our family and to live that good life that we'd been planning from the very beginning, Karen and I. And we'd always talked about it. We had lots of failures up to that point, but finally we found something that was working, and we were treating it like a baby. Okay. What I mean is I didn't really want to like change anything up. Things were working. If it's not broken, why fix it? Things like that. Does that sound familiar to any of you guys? A similar story to you? You found something working, you went after it. Yeah. Yeah, a few of you guys. Okay. Now, more than that though, I really wanted to keep the promise I made to my wife to help her live her dream and that I would never have to go back to a job myself and just be forced to something that I absolutely hated.
And guys, can I jump in here? I have to say, so we have 2 young kids, and I'm not going to lie, Eric is like an all-star dad. He puts me to shame as far as his parenting skills go. He's so good. He's such a good teacher. He's super patient. And so I was definitely like, we've got to make this work so that we can both parent together and work together, because I mean, for me, it's not like so much your traditional, really set roles. Like you're the provider and I'm the stay-at-home parent. Like I really wanted it to be more fluid and like we help each other because we're both really good at different things. And I feel like I'm so grateful that, we had that goal to work together from home so that we could help each other like parent, because I feel like it's been so much easier and so much better for our kids too, instead of me like being a crazy housewife that's like out of my mind before when we were working all day. So yeah, that was a big dream of mine for sure.
Absolutely. And things like we say, like they went so well. I mean, that year we averaged $51,000 a month and loving life. We're at home, everything's working, it's building. And then all of a sudden, that day happened. The dreaded red flag. I had no idea what it was. People had talked about it, and I'd never seen it before. And overnight, Amazon killed our listings to where we were making $0 a month. Just like that. Some of you are, oh my goodness, yes. And it finally dawned on us that we couldn't rely solely on giveaways anymore. I mean, we had just bought thousands of units to rank our product and to build our review base to launch these new things. And we could no longer do that because everything was questionable all of a sudden. We couldn't have these products on Amazon. And so we knew this time we had to play the game differently or else. Now, later that night, Kara came across a TED Talk video. And it was Simon Sinek. He was talking about this new way to sell that less than 95% of all businesses use, and they use it to great effect. Okay? Why is this significant? Because this is all businesses. Think of Amazon, how many sellers there are on Amazon. Probably even less than 5% of them are doing anything like what we're talking about today. And what that is selling the real why. Okay? Now, I'll get more of that in a minute, explaining what it is and why it works so well, but everything started to get really clear after that point. So again, we already knew that giving away thousands of units to buy the rank wasn't enough anymore. We had to understand the real reason why customers wanted a product like ours in the first place. Like the real reason why they're coming to get it. What are they hoping will come from it? And we knew that we'd be a lot more relevant and convert a lot more visitors if we could really hone this in and write it the way Amazon wants us to. Okay? There was only a problem though. No one was teaching us how to do this on Amazon. Nobody was. Okay? And understandably so, less than 5% are actually doing it in their own businesses anywhere, let alone Amazon. Now, does this look familiar to you, what people teach to do on Amazon? They say something to the effect of like, okay, let's go ahead and add some benefits here. Let's add the facts about it. A lot of like feature-driven type stuff, feature titles, keyword pack titles, and the product images, they're boring products from every single angle you can think of. We see that everywhere as you guys are looking through everything. Okay? As far as the other slides go, Alex, we're going to go ahead and get those to you guys as well so you can see all the beginning ones before that. Okay? All right. So this is what everyone else was doing. This is what we were doing at the time. So our game plan, after getting really deep into this with Simon Sinek, Kara spent months studying a course and fine-tuning our sales copy. Months going over it again and again. And we really wanted to give away less units more effectively. And to do that, we identified several low-traffic keywords that wouldn't break the bank to start ranking very fast. And then we added those keywords to her listings with the new sales copy. Okay? Now, we saw a few things from this. Number one, we started giving away a lot less units, and we were ranking far faster than we ever had before, which was awesome. Now, coming back to this, it all centers on the why. We want to ignore the how, the what, because those don't make a difference right here. They're important, but not as important as the why. Now, this why, it's what is your customer's reason for buying? What do they believe the end result will be if they get your product versus some other private label product? Now, here's a quick hint for you. The why is not the obvious benefit. It almost never is. Okay? Do you guys know what I mean by that? I want you to think it over a bit. But while we're doing that, give you an example real quick. Let's take some makeup, natural, organic. Now, the myth is that customer wants makeup to illuminate better and look more natural while giving their skin nutrients and application more than other leading brands. Okay, now we see a lot of listings like this. They focus on what they think the customer wants. The real fact is the customer really wants compliments from friends about her natural beauty. She wants to be calypso. She wants to be admired. Kara, I don't know. Does that sound about accurate? I'm not a woman, but...
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. So she wants more of this. It's like a status thing. It means something to her to be a certain way. That's what we want to go for. Take another product, for example. Let's say protein supplements. I'm not a gym junkie, but sure, I want to look good. So let's go this way. So the myth is that the customer wants a high quality protein powder made with X, Y, and Z ingredients, ashwagandha or whatever else they're putting in these days. Who knows? Dog food, I don't know. But the fact is that the customer doesn't want that. They really want a supplement that will help them look like that ripped out guy who's always getting the high fives and cheers at the gym. They want to look, it's a status thing. It really means something more meaningful to them, this why that we're going for. So the results, when we could really hone in our customer's real why, the results were astounding. I mean, nearly $10,000 on Amazon a month without giving away a ton of units. Okay, so before we got 1 out of 10 people to buy, maybe. After the new sales copy alone, just that by itself, we got every 2 to 4 people to buy for every 10 that came into our page, which was huge. How many of you guys would be excited about that kind of an increase? Whether you get 1 or whether you get 2, if you start doubling that or tripling it, would that excite you? We're starting to get those coming in too. And while we're doing that too, I mean, it was huge for us. It was such a big deal. However, there was still a problem with this. The problem was that our images weren't motivating customers. We were still doing the boring images with lots of different angles, maybe some hands in there sometimes, someone using the product kind of a deal, but they weren't motivating customers still. Now, if we thought about what Sinek said, he said nothing is more compelling than the why. So we started thinking about this. If we really want to make, if we want to dig deeper and create a more powerful listing, then we had to revamp our images. Okay, so enter this new phase, revamping our images. We ended up going everywhere. We looked at the top sites in the magazines. We really invested in and bought a new camera with this. and spent all kinds of hours just struggling to figure out how to use it for great pics. I'm not much of a techie guy, and so figuring out a huge DSLR camera was not a good thing for me.
Right? We're struggling with our slideshow. So
Yeah, right? Well said there. Now, so eventually we kind of caved in. We hired a professional photographer, which cost a lot. However, the results just blew our minds, though. Here's the new results. So in August 2015, we were at $0 a month. 6 months later, we had $190,000 a month. And it continued to climb from there. Now that meant that we were consistently getting 5 to 7 sales for every 10 people that saw our listing. Boom! It just blew us away. And we knew that we uncovered something special. Now the products jumped to the #1 spot for our targeted keywords, and for lots of other keywords that we weren't even focusing on, we were jumping to the top very, very quickly. And if we weren't jumping at the very top, we were at least on the very first page for many more related keywords that we weren't planning on. So we saw this, like, man, this is working like crazy. So we rinsed and repeated for all our rest of our products, and we saw nearly the same results. I mean, we were looking at 5 to 10 people buying our products on Amazon, sometimes as high as 8 or 9 people on certain days. It was incredible. Huge. This is a game changer for everybody. I hope you guys get this. Now, we chose to call this new process Maximize Why, because obviously we can maximize our entire business if all we focus on is why your customers are coming to buy this product of yours. Okay? Now, quick question for you. Is anybody else as excited about this as much as I am? Show me the hands. Show me the booyahs. Show me the yeah. If you're a cowboy out there, who knows? A lot of Texans I saw. But is anyone else excited about this as much as we are? So I get those results trickling in. I'm still getting used to webinars myself, about how long the delay is. But yeah, there we go. Thanks, Brooke. Yeah, you should be. Now, here's what this means for you guys, okay? Let's take some math into here. I bet you guys didn't think we were doing math today. But if we were to take 10% conversion rate, and we had daily sessions coming in around 300, means that we would sell about 33 units a day at $30 per unit. That's $30,000 a month revenue, okay, which is really decent for a product. What if we were to change that conversion rate and give it a small bump to 15 instead? Well, instead of 30 units sold daily, we'd be doing 50 sold daily at the same price. And all of a sudden, we've grown it by $15,000, okay? Just by focusing on not traffic, not sponsored ads, not anything else, just the traffic that we're getting every single day. That's huge. Now, let's jump it up. What if we bumped it up from 15% to all of a sudden 70%? Same amount of traffic, but 233 units sold daily at $30 per unit, not changing the price or anything else. Average monthly sales goes through the roof to $209,000 a month. Okay? Now, what if you didn't do that? What if you focused on this and all you got was an extra 5%? That's still an extra $15,000 a month. Whoops. Now, what could you do with your business or with your life if you had an extra $15,000 coming to your business every month? What would you guys do with your business? Go ahead and give me some quick ideas right there. What did we end up doing, Kara, with all this new business growth?
Well, if any of you are my friends on Facebook, you'll probably see through my pics that I absolutely love Disneyland. So
yes, Disneyland. We've been there a time or two.
Eric is getting so sick. I feel like I go there like once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it feels like it. Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of obsessed.
She's a trip junkie. She loves going on trips, and it's fun going with her too.
You're kind of ready for a new spot, though.
I'm ready for a new spot. We have some good responses of build it, grow it more, reinvest it, bring in more products. Yes, exactly.
Those are the right answers for sure.
That's awesome, you guys. And ultimately, we want to change your life with it, right? Free up your time, hire more people as well. Who knows? It's up to you guys. You're the boss. Now, this doesn't only work for us. So here's a quick story about Cameron, a friend of ours, and he began working with us. And these are the results that he had in just days, applying the same principle on focusing on the why. He said, after I got my listing back from Karen, I immediately replaced it with my mediocre product listing. And in only a matter of days, I went from 0 to 2 sales per day to 3 to 5 per day. Then a few more days went by, and my sales grew to 8 to 10 per day. and my sales just kept climbing. This is insane. And again, all we did focused on, guys, was the why and increasing those features, the title. In his case, we didn't even touch the images, I don't think. I think we just gave him some feedback on what he could do, and he blew it up. So it worked again. We started sharing what we found. We were Forrest Gump running through the streets, going like crazy. We created a mini course that blew up on Amazing.com. Still one of the top rated courses there. Then we helped thousands of sellers to sell the why using those principles with that. Now, in 2017, we started doing this same process for other sellers, and those listings that we actually worked on are nearly making $3 million per month using the same style. Okay? Now, that in itself is cool. It's been super fun helping other people grow their business, change their life. But what we found is that after we perfected Maximize Why, not only can we support our family, but we can live the life of our dreams. Taking care to Disneyland, who knows how many more times we'll keep going. But we'll never have to fear going back to a job again. I'll never have to fear that. I'll never have to fear focusing on the negative of our business and what's happening, because we know we can always turn it around by focusing on why. Now, a big plus, we've also been able to stop giving away thousands of units needlessly, because our launches are far more effective now, focusing on smaller keywords that give us a boost everywhere, because we've really dialed in how to connect and how to put in lots of keywords that are relevant with this. So our launches are more effective. And it's really because organic customers that come to our listing after, they just can't help themselves. They have to buy from us because we're connecting with them like no one else is doing. Okay? All right. Now, this is a super long intro. I understand. I hope you guys really bared with us. But we want to cover the nitty-gritty now. Like, what we want to cover is secret number one, and that's selling the why. So how do you actually hypnotize customers with a listing so good that they hand you their money in seconds, seeing only their deepest desires? Secret number two, we want to talk about Hulk leaping to page one without dropping in the search rankings when you make the change. So this is really just how to inject your ASIN with raw, untapped power so that it literally just Hulk leaps across to page one for several keywords at a time and avoids dropping in the rankings. Does that excite anybody? Go ahead and give me a, oh yeah, whatever it is you just want to say. Okay? Now, secret number three, we want to talk about unleashing the beast. Now, it's not a typo. We'll get to that in a little bit. But how to craft a keyword-rich message that resonates with your customers for less than 30 minutes of your time. Okay? Now, here's a fun note real quick before we get started. Anne, a friend of ours, recently let us know that Karen's course material was referred to at an event at Amazon HQ. Here's what she said. It had such an impact that some snippets were used at an Amazon group meetup last night in London, UK, that was held in Amazon HQ. Truly amazing. Kept my notes. I want to sell it off and start anew with new products with my brand on Amazon right now. And thank you so much. That was super cool. Now, we're not saying that everything we do is Amazon approved, because they change things all the time. But whatever was talked about in the meetup was clearly something that they liked. So with that, okay? So without further ado, bring it on, Claudia says. Oh, yeah, said Andre. Thank you so much. Okay, so secret number one, selling the why. And again, we want to hypnotize our customers with a listing so good, they have to give us their credit card. They have to do that one-click upsell with it, okay? So some people wonder, so Eric, Karen, how do you exactly create a why-based listing? How long does it take? And when they figure out like how long it can take, they immediately say, I don't have time for that. Okay, well, let me tell you a quick story with this. Or maybe Karen can tell about this, actually. This is a cool experience with Jason. Now, basically, he was already a skilled copywriter, and he relied heavily on our conversion guarantee. But here's what he had to say about it. Do you want to tell about this, Karen?
You got it.
Okay, I guess I got it. Cool. He said, I consider myself a pretty skillful copywriter, but after taking a few of Karen's courses, I knew she had a gift from the heavens. Her ability to write with emotion, depth, and flavor reminds one of Paula Deen in her kitchen or Whitney Houston singing the anthem. I wish I could convince Karen to sing for us right now. That would be incredible.
No, trust me, guys, you don't want to hear it. Just for fun.
Well, then he said, if you're like me, numbers speak louder than words. So for the results, since launching our listing, we're converting over 35% with just 4 reviews. And that's after raising our price to avoid stocking out. Mic officially dropped. Yes, it is. That was an awesome, awesome story. Thank you so much, Craig.
Jason.
Jason. Did I say Craig? Oh, whoops.
It's okay.
Craig's another one. Okay. So step one, here's how we do it, guys. Step one is pull a Spock and mind meld with your customer. You want to go ahead and list all the reasons that they hint at why they wanted the product like that in the first place. Now, we're not just talking about your product. We're talking about competitor listings. We're talking about products on other websites and things. We want to go everywhere we possibly can to figure out this customer. Okay, so consider who and why would they buy this product? Some ideas for some products: it's safe for the walls, it won't scratch the paint, it's safe for babies and kids, they stick easily and smoothly without bubbles, etc., etc. So what are your customers saying? Here's where you can find out. You want to look at your own reviews, your competitors' reviews. Maybe look at seller feedback and see what customers are saying there. Look in product niches and forums. Look at blog comments. Go look at YouTube. There's tons of stuff over there and tons of emotion. Amazon, Q&As. That is by far one of the best places to go. If you have a lot of Q&As, people are telling you what they want to know and what's important to them. Definitely look there with that. Look for, if you want, you can even talk with your customers. They're going to tell you a lot of things that way too. Give them a phone call or something like that. Okay. Now, here's what you're looking for. When you're looking through all these different places, look for emotion. Anything there is like 3 to 5 exclamation marks or something like that, where it's clear that it wasn't a typo. They're really excited about it. Look for life events. Look for anything talking about their relationships, like with their boyfriend, family members, babies, a spouse, their dog even. Look for new memories, clever, catchy sayings. Like, do you see what we're going for here? We're looking at everything that is really important to them. So for a quick example, some of you may have seen this before, but here's an O2 Cool Deluxe Misting fan on Amazon, okay? And back in the day, it was selling really, really well. But look at this kind of listing that it is. Everything about it screams keyword rich. It's lazy as far as how they're setting up their listing. Images-wise, it says the one image, which is just terrible. These guys are not focusing on the customer's why, but this is what everyone else is doing on Amazon. At least 90% of them, we could probably say very safely, okay? Now, if we look at this product and we have something like it, we go look at their reviews. They have 500 of them, and we can find a lot out about it, okay? So here's some reviews. Again, looking for the emotion, looking for clues. Fan is perfect for children for Disney World in the heat, okay? Went to Disney World in the heat of summer, concerned about heat at Disney World, okay? We placed, let's see, we blew it on the baby. It was safe. He could put his fingers in the fan and not get hurt. Oh, man. Okay. This thing is saving baby. How emotional is that, and how important is that to a parent? It was a lifesaver in the heat. This thing is actually saving lives, if you can believe it. Okay? Now, this other review, best creation for hot flashes. Bet you didn't think that was a good keyword, but probably is for a lot of people a big deal. This little product is the greatest thing created ever. Like the best things since sliced bread, it looks like. You don't have to worry about having to hold it when you're not able to. That's just cool. It's the greatest thought out device ever. Buy a few to send out to our troops. Great idea to help promote it to your customers about more ideas about how you can add more to your cart right now. Get it for the troops. It's saving lives over there in the field. And then I have about 5 myself. I keep one in the car, one at home. Like, you see all this? Like, how important this is to them to have comfort everywhere in their life? You guys see that? You guys get that? Now, your guys' customers, reviews that are happening for products like yours, they are full of this kind of stuff. You could go here and find your best possible taglines and everything else like that. They're going to share everything with you guys, okay? I want you guys to get that, okay? Now, step 2, we got to do some major keyword research. So how are they searching? What are they searching for? Helium-10, we can go there. That's one of our favorites lately. Merchant words, Google AdWords, etc. You just want to figure out what are the most common, what are they searching for, and what do I need in my listing? You guys know a lot about that already. Now, step 3 is when to write your why-driven sales copy. Now, you can use your keywords while building on the customer's why tagline, okay? So, for example, on the left, we have some bad listing that we had worked on and analyzed before, and then we had our taglines on the right-hand side. It's strong enough to withstand the test of time. Dress up your kids' rooms. No harm done to the walls. Your friends are going to want to copy you. Like, you're going to become an influencer by getting this product. And it's memorable for teaching. It's made easy. Okay? This is what we're going for every single listing that we're working on, because every product has a reason why people want to get it. Are you guys getting this? Go ahead and raise your hand. Or raise your hand. What am I saying? Oh, I teach in classrooms sometimes. Go ahead and do a yes, I get it. And I'm super excited, or woo, or whatever you guys want to do. Okay? Now, in the meantime, yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys are saying that too. Great. Now, step 4. We want to get some new pics that show your why taglines in action. So take your why-driven taglines, combine it with some images. Professionally done is by far the best. Okay? Now, if you can't, what does good look like? The product's in a tangible, live setting. There's no people, but it's something people can relate to. That's a pretty good one. Okay? Now, how do you increase it? How do you make it better? Yeah, listing on the right side is better. Exactly. Thanks, Alex. Okay. We add people to it. People make everything better. So what does better look like then? We put kids in there learning, like actually loving it. Look how excited that kid is. These are our kids, guys. This is taken with an iPhone.
That's not a professional.
Not professionally done, not at all. You could actually set up a lot better, but you see the emotion with that. This guy with the armband, he's actually using it. I don't love this one. That's why it's in better, because we don't actually see his face. We don't see how is this improving his life. We just see convenience, and that's it. Now, what does best look like? Think magazine quality that shows your lifestyle that your product will give your customers. Okay? If it's a teaching moment, your mom, a mom with the kid, kids actually in school, like product maybe in the background, not even focused on, but they can see that it's back there possibly. We're talking about father and son time. Like, this product is actually bringing families together. This is what they want for their kids. They want that kind of happiness with it in most cases. Okay. Now, a lot of products are going to be very, very different what they're going to do, which is why you have to really dig deep into your customer's why in the first place. Then once you know what they want, doing a photo shoot will be tons easier. Okay. Now, quick question for you guys. After doing all of this stuff, do you think that this would help your listing improve? Do you think that people would buy your product a lot more if you focused on why it's important to them, and if you focused on images that would really tell that story about their why? Do you guys think that that would help you sell a lot more products with this? Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yes, good. Exactly, guys. So how about this question? Do you guys, after doing all this, would you guys want to boost your conversion even more?
Yeah,
Still yes is coming in. Kara sure would. I know I would. I love money. Money's attracted to me like flies. No, that sounds terrible. I need a new mantra. Well, here's how. You use Amazon EBC, enhanced brand content. Okay, it looks like this. So on this one, the O2 Cool Fan, on the right side is what their EBC looks like. Now, do you see any problems with it? They have one person in there, and the rest is all about the features. It's all about different colors we have and all that kind of stuff. There's just no personality there. So what if we took their product and we did something more like these people, what they did? Okay? We added a ton more color. We had people. We add funny things that make people smile and leave a good impression. We put them in the product, like with the Bose headphones. Like, we actually show these people how their life is improving with it. Now, here's the best part. Enhanced brand content right now is free on Amazon. As long as you have brand registry, you should be good to go to add this to your pages. Okay, we're super excited for everybody on that. Okay, now the best time to start with this is, obviously for us, it would have been before the dreaded red flag showed up in our dashboard. I wish so much that I hadn't been so scared of making changes that Kara was already talking about would be cool to do in our business. She just knew. She has this inherent sense of just knowing what would be better. And me being stubborn and really fearful, I didn't listen to her. So if only we'd done it beforehand, we'd had a ton of crazy sales beforehand. Okay? Now, the best time was then. The best time to plant one now, or rather, what am I trying to say? The best time to plant it was 20 years ago then. The second best is to plant it now and to start getting these things going for your business right now with it. Okay? Would you agree, Karen?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I do
Now's the
too.
best time to take action, right? You can't change the past, but you can change the present.
Exactly, especially because no one else is doing this on Amazon at all right now. If there are, it's a very small handful, and many of them aren't even doing it right that claim they're doing it. So it's an exciting time for us. Now, at this point, so many people would tell us that, hey, Karen, I followed your course. I saw my conversion rates increase to 18% after following your course, which was awesome. I'm ecstatic. Thank you so much. But then they kind of ask this little question. It can't get much better, though, can it, than 20%? Yes, it can. That's what we're saying. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, it's obvious that they missed the point, that they missed something that we were teaching that was really critical. Maybe that was our fault. I don't know. But for whatever reason, a lot of people have been missing a lot of key points with this. Now, Seth, for example, another person we worked with, he was worried that doing this would destroy the work that he'd already done. He spent a lot of time on it, looked over all the experiences of others, and he decided to give it a try, a bit reluctantly. But here's what he had to say. He said that my main concern was that I'd already put in a lot of work into my listing, and I was fearful that changing it would detract from what I'd already done. Okay? But after working on it, he realized that he was really losing a lot of perspective and objectivity because it was just him all the time. But after reading other success with Karen's listing services, I realized that I needed to take it to the next level, and that's exactly what she did. She really put in the time and effort to make that product look amazing. From the sales copy to the lifestyle images, Karen and Eric ensure that your product will no doubt shine above your competition. Okay? Which is what we want. No one else is doing this. Now, here's the truth. The only way to hypnotize customers is to showcase what they want and care about, which is their real reason why. I want you to really think about that. The other secret is you do that through finding out what their why is. And then you write a why-based title, bullet points, and description, along with EBC, and you get high-quality images showing their why to them, putting them in that situation. Okay. Guys, that's secret number 1. That's the truth. And it's going to change your business just following that alone. Okay, now, secret number 2 is how to Hulk leap to page 1 and how to inject your ASIN with such raw, untapped power so that it literally Hulk leaps to page 1 across several keywords at a time and avoid dropping in the rankings. Okay? This is going to be cool. Now, maybe you're thinking, no way, Eric. I tried to make changes to my listings before. Whenever I make a change to a listing, it seems to drop in the rankings. Now, I want to increase sales? Sure, but not the risk of losing ones I have right now. Does that sound about accurate to you guys? Are you kind of afraid to make changes to your listing because you're afraid you'll drop? Go ahead and put me a yes, I am. Or maybe put like a little scary face emoji or something. I don't know. Who's afraid of it?
These people are fearless, Eric.
Oh, they're fearless people.
Indeed.
Well, then we got to get with you guys.
They're ready.
But yes, oh yes, thank you so much, Vlad. We have an honest man. This is great. Well, the fact is, yeah, I mean, that's a really real fear that people have. You hear a lot of horror stories out there. And the fact is, you're right about that sometimes. An initial drop can happen after a change, but it doesn't always. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to why it actually happens. But we've noticed a lot of things with this as we've been playing with a lot of listings, a lot of different products. So let me explain how we feel it works. Again, no one really knows, but this is a pretty good estimate with a lot of data. But the way Amazon's algorithm seems to work is that it indexes products based on relevancy. It uses a lot of keywords. It uses like what's in the title, the bullet points, the description. We all know that already. Also, what's in the back-end keywords. It also indexes, I don't know if many of you knew this, but it indexes based on the names of images that you put inside Amazon. You know what that means? Basically, rather than calling your image just image 4532, you use a highly relevant keyword instead. So if you have a red silicone spatula, that's what you're targeting, that should be your main image name that you upload to Amazon. Okay? Now, a lot of people would ask, well, how do you even know that? Well, we've seen a lot of great data from other people. Excuse me. Oh, guys, I need a little drink. Sorry. We've heard the same thing from a lot of different people. We took into consideration that Amazon's been hiring a lot of people from Google, and that's how Google runs. Like when you do searches in Google and a lot of keywords come up and a lot of different images, it's because those images are relevant to your search because they have a keyword attached to them. Excuse me. Alex, is that against Amazon's terms of service? No, not at all. You can name it whatever you want to. And so why not name it a keyword that will actually help boost in the rankings with that? That's totally fine. They have nothing to say about that. Look over the terms of service and you'll see there's nothing saying anything about names of images there. Now, the other thing is ranking and selling history. So typically you show up at the top for those keywords that you're making sales on, right? And the same is true of sponsored product ads as well. So here's the thing. Here's your 3 core things, but when any of these things change, Amazon has to reassess the listing. So when it recalibrates, if anything is missing from that formula or something changes drastically, then you'll drop in the rankings initially. Okay, that makes sense to everybody, right? But here's the thing. What if you did this the right way? What if you made changes to your listing the right way? Now, when you do this correctly, your listing will rise back up in the rankings very quickly, even if it drops. Typically, it could take a few days tops with this, but it doesn't always do that. A lot of times our customers will not even notice a difference. Now, your listing will hardly skip a beat in sales. Just by focusing on renaming images especially, not many people are doing that at all, if any. And Amazon typically has given us a boost in ranking just because of that. Okay. Now with this, some common problems that we see that people do, like we talk with them, we dissect their process of why they dropped, and we found that sellers drop in keywords that they are already ranking really well for because they make a change and they don't include that specific keyword in there anymore. And something is really just off with the formula with it, okay? So they drop in the keywords that they're already ranking for. They make a drastic price change, including on their sell price. And so typically we'd say, don't increase or decrease the price more than $1. It's excluding lightning deals. It's completely different. We're just talking about the price of your listing that shows to regular Amazon customers. Okay. All right. After that, they don't throw any more traffic at their listing after that, like a little mini launch. So every time they make a change, this is an optional step, but we definitely recommend it. So after you make a change, especially something drastic like this, we recommend that you launch for the keywords that you want to still rank for. Doesn't have to be a lot, just enough products to keep you over that hump in case there is a drop and in case, what am I trying to say? In case, I'm having a brain freeze, you guys. But the bottom line, in case that you drop in the rankings, you want to be able to keep on your sales going so you can influence that factor too. Okay? Doesn't have to be a big deal though. Now the biggest problem though that people have when they're doing this is a huge one to avoid, so pay attention. The changes that a seller made were not received well by customers searching for products like yours, which is just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because it was avoidable. If the seller had properly looked at what customers were saying were important to them, they could have avoided this altogether. So the idea is that if they happen to drop, they drop, but then they kind of climb back up because they keep on getting organic sales. If you drop and you drop in organic sales too, then your product keeps dropping until it's dead, or until you make a change. Okay, does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you have an ultra maximized, why-driven title, images, it's telling the story, everything we just talked about to make your listing absolutely effective. Okay, so here's some other things, like the title's not pulling them in anymore, nor is the main image. The bullet points are weak, they don't draw the eye. EBC was not set up properly. It just looks weird after the fact, okay? All these things can affect your sales after the fact. So you want to do everything correctly. Okay? Now, a lower conversion rate decreases the relevancy what customers are searching for. When that happens, your rank for your targeted keywords decrease as well. Now, when that decreases, your rank for similar or related keywords or phrases can drop as well. You see how it's kind of spiraling down? Then all of a sudden, as you kind of drop in the rankings, your potential organic traffic drops as well, your sales decrease. And all of a sudden, you're in this crazy cycle where it's kind of like your listing's been captured by a crocodile. It's going through this crazy death roll or something. Okay, that's not what we want. So maybe you're asking this at this point. So Eric, like maybe you're telling me it's better to not really try at all to make any changes. Well, I mean, you tell me. You can follow one of two paths at this point. You can continue being afraid to make changes because you fear losing sales. But here's a hint. Law of attraction states that what you focus on is what you get. So if you're worried about losing sales, you're going to lose them eventually anyway. Or the other path is you can make changes the right way that will bring massive results to you and your business. Okay. Now, Craig, here's Craig. He was worried about his ranking as well. He was sure there was a way to get more sales, but making the change was worrisome. He heard a lot of horror stories and he experienced some of his own with this. But here's the results that he had in just days after making the correct changes with us. He said, I was worried about losing keyword rankings. We talked about that. Now sales are up and the conversion on my listing was 44.95% yesterday. Now he worked with us on another listing at the same time. And he said almost 27% on my other product listing. Who loves you, Karen? Well, we all know that that's me that loves her really well. But he did too, obviously. He said, you made getting EBC fast and effortless. My sales are up and my listings look way better than before. The photos too. Karen, I can't remember. We just talked with him. Mm-hmm. What did you say his sales were at again? Like how much did this increase his sales by each month, roughly?
So anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 per month for each product listing.
Oh my goodness, guys. That was huge. And that was just less than a month ago, just a couple weeks. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just super exciting to us. So maybe you're thinking at this point then, but how can you really ensure that the rank sticks after a change? I mean, like you say, no one really knows Amazon, right, Eric? You're right. No one really knows what Amazon's thinking except Amazon. They're the ones making all the rules in this arena. But to make sure your rankings are not lost, here's the most critical thing. You need to make sure that you do correct keyword research. This is critical at this point. You need to know what keywords your listing is already indexed for, and you need to know like what page they're on as well. But you also need to know what related keywords will work well with your keywords that you're already ranking well for. Does that make sense? So even though we're going for red silicone spatula, we want to make sure that we're kind of ranking for all these other ones as well. Red silicone spatula set with any other number of added keywords on the end of that. Just big phrases too. We want to include all those in our listing as much as possible. Now, we also need to sort our keywords by relevancy to our product and what customers are searching for with this. But most of all, you absolutely need a why maximized page, content that engages customers on a level they've never seen before. You absolutely need this. Otherwise, you won't get enough organic sales to make it stick really well. Okay? Now, that means sales copy that speaks to them and the reason for buying. Images that evoke emotion and tell them a story about what their why is. A strategic placement of all the best keywords that you're targeting, including even like your competitors and stuff. A lot of times people will try and copy what they're doing with this. They'll try and copy competitors because it seems to be working well. But the fact is that all listings are different, even though they're similar products, because all the history is different too. Okay? Now, we saw this slide before. What a lower conversion rate decreases for you. A ton of stuff. On the flip side, a higher conversion rate what? It improves the relevancy to what customers are searching for. It improves your rank for your targeted keywords. Everything you're doing in your launches. Your rank for similar related keywords that you're not targeting yourself, they're also increasing. Your potential organic traffic is booming up all of a sudden. Your sales increase. And all of a sudden, you're not in a death roll, you're in synergy, where everything is growing together. Now, this is especially true if you try to cultivate great reviews and you try and get Q&As that are sprinkled throughout the mix, all of them referencing certain keywords and phrases and things like that. That's a whole strategy for another day, that little bit. So we won't get much in that today with this, but it's something cool that you can do with it. Okay? Now, here's what the truth. Before we were kind of concerned, like maybe if I make a change, it's going to be bad. But the truth, though, is that you don't have to fear dropping in the rankings after making a change. As a smart business owner, you shouldn't make decisions based on fear anyway. Okay? All you need to focus on doing right now is what no other seller on Amazon is doing, especially in those other countries like Europe, UK, Germany, things like that. You need to create effective why maximize content and watch the traffic and the sales roll in. Okay, that's the truth about this, just flat out. If you do those two things, you'll see your business increase far more than anything else that you could possibly do. Okay, we covered a lot of things. Now, back to the typo lots of you were referencing before. Secret number 3, unleashing the beast. Kara, who is the Beast?
It is I.
Yes.
So yeah, funny story about that. My maiden name is Beeston and comes from a little town in northern England. My ancestors were royalty, guys, if you can believe it.
I
have a Beeston Castle. So anyways, in high school, I was a soccer player. And even though I look like a really nice person, guys, which I really am, I also have a Viking side to me. My mom's side's very Swedish.
Oh,
and so, indeed. So yeah, out on the soccer field, they called me the Beast. So that's where that nickname comes from.
Well said. So we want to unleash this beast right here, guys.
Indeed.
Now, this is how you can craft a keyword-rich message that resonates with your customers for less than 30 minutes of your time. Now, maybe you're thinking that's impossible. I've written my fair share of sales copy, and writing takes me forever. I hate it. And let alone the keyword research that goes into it and everything else that goes with it as well. And you're right. It takes a long time unless you stop doing it yourself. Now, I want you to be honest here. You don't even like doing it anyway, do you? Do you? Go ahead and say yes or say, yeah, you're right. Or maybe say something like, I don't know. It's my bane. Writing is my bane. Okay. Oh, come on. It's called football. Lauren, that's hilarious. But yeah, with this. Okay. So you're absolutely right about that. Let me tell you a quick story. This is actually Kara's story. Maybe you should tell this about Athena.
Yeah. So a lot of you know Athena Severi. She's kind of a huge deal. And anyways, so we were traveling. I went with her on her China Magic trip last April. And we were just talking, and she has 2 kids, I have 2 kids, and we were just talking about how we kind of juggle everything that we do. And she was just like, Kara, what the heck are you doing? Like, I get it, you're trying to do all these things and try to do everything well, but when you do that, like, you're letting so many things slip. And I was like, you know what, you're totally right. And so one of those things was cleaning my house. Like, I'm definitely a clean freak. It's really, really important to me. And so I, in the past, I would clean my house at least once a week, and it would take me like 3 to 4 hours. And bless my husband's heart, he would offer to help. My kids would try to help. Many of you know how that goes. It's kind of like hurting more than helping. So anyways, I would take on this challenge every week. And the thing is like, come on, Kara, like that's such a waste of time for you. Like just get a cleaning agency to help you, and you can use that time to do so many other things. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's like so obvious, but I was so like stuck on my habitual path of what I've done my whole life. So I was like, you're right. Like, why do I need to do this? It's not like I love it. In fact, I don't at all. I like having the result, right? I like having a clean house to live in, but I definitely don't like, scrubbing toilets. And so we made that change, and holy cow, that's like opening my eyes. Like, why were we not focusing on the things that were important to us instead of just the things that I thought, right, that I should be doing because that's what my mom's done and my grandma's done. You know what I mean? Like, it's been such a big way, a transitional way to think, and it's been such a blessing for us, right? Like
it's been huge.
That's kind of like our family time. Like we go out and do something fun with our family for a couple hours while we get our house clean once a weekend. It's just so awesome. Like, I'm so grateful. The cleaning ladies are grateful. Like, everybody wins, and it's just one of those like synergistic transactions where everybody is getting great value. Exactly.
Yeah, it's been a huge game changer for us. Now, how does that apply to you exactly? Let's get into that. There's this old proverb that states that to master a new skill, you must spend at least 1,000 hours to become a master. Okay? What does that mean? So becoming great at why-based sales copy, you're going to have to do what we did. So 1,000+ hours of reading about sales copy, of really studying it out, of learning from online courses, of writing and rewriting hundreds of listings and testing and retesting and participating in hundreds of photo shoots, kind of scheduling with models and with photographers and directing it all the headaches that go with it, testing and retesting what works in different categories because everything's different, and on and on and on and on. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of time that you guys probably don't have and don't even want to spend on it. You can follow one of 2 paths with this. You can develop new skills in wide-based listing creation yourself, and it would be super valuable for you. You could take everything you learned today try and go and apply it, but probably lose some steam with it because it takes a lot of time to really master. Or you can let the masters do it for you and get immediate results with this. Now, we just need you to explain your business in 30 minutes or less with them. Now, Eli, he wanted to sell his company. He knew that his business would be more valuable and potentially sell for a lot more if he brought in new talent outside his own efforts. So he's not just the go-to guy in everything. Now, here's the results that he had in just 5 months. That's over a day. This is his screenshot. Now, granted, this is Prime Day, but his Prime Day before this was, what did he say? It's like a $10,000 day or something?
No, it was $1,800.
Oh, $1,800 last year. Oh, good call, Care. Just from like a year previous, after 5 months working with us. He loved it so much, he's been working with us on other products of his as well, and he's been booming ever since. He said that Care services have been both a blessing and time-saving. As for my strengths are not in copywriting or images, Karen really helped me form my brand image and overall persona. She's helped me reach double-digit conversion rates consistently, and on Prime Day, one of our products had a 60% conversion rate, which means 6 out of every 10 were buying his products, which was insane, resulting in thousands of sales in our first 6-figure sale day. Nutso. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, okay, but I mean, come on, Eric, Karen, how can you possibly know about all the important aspects of my business in less than 30 minutes? That doesn't make any sense. Well, we developed a process. We're going to talk more about that later, but basically, it helps us make sure we have everything we need, and we'll ask you a series of questions to help us get there as fast as possible. Now, this helps us shape the listing so that you and your customers will be pleased, but again, more on that later. But the absolute truth about this all is that you don't have to spend countless hours to learn and relearn a skill that you may not want to do down the road anyway. And as a successful business owner, you shouldn't anyway. You should be giving everything to all of the smartest people that know how to do this stuff so you can start growing as quickly as possible. And all you need to do is spend 30 minutes and we'll take it from there. We'll craft that keyword-rich message that resonates with your customers for their reason for wanting to buy with our proven process we've proved time and time again. Okay. Oh, man, this has been nutso. So we've covered lots of things already. We've covered the secret to selling the why and how to really hypnotize your customers with the listing so good that they hand you their money in seconds because they only see their deepest desires in it. We've talked about how to hook to page 1 without dropping in the search rankings and really just avoid that, how to do it the right way. We've talked about unleashing the beast with a keyword-rich message that resonates with them and tells the story and how you can do that in less than 30 minutes of your time, okay? So let me ask you guys a quick question with this. Do you feel a little bit like this kid right now? Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many times I've been there and just felt like a fire hose was shooting in my mouth. This is so much to digest, I know, guys. But I wonder, would it be okay if I took 5 to 10 minutes to share something really cool with you guys? I mean, would that be okay? I just want to make sure I get your permission. Otherwise, I don't want to continue forward. Okay. Good. Thank you guys so much. All right. So here we got it. I want to introduce to you the Maximize Why listing creation service. This has been a labor of love. I've fine-tuned so many processes of it. But here's what it's all about. It's about helping you increase sales on Amazon so that you can hit your goals in life, in your business, your own personal goals. It's about giving you more time to tackle other key projects, about making every product launch extremely effective so you can give away less and do more for you. And all of this while spending a ton less time on it. Rather than spending days, you can just spend 30 minutes on it and be done with it. Okay? So this is about product sales copy and listing creation. We're talking why-based sales copy with title, bullet points, description, EBC-ready assets, storytelling lifestyle images that bring your product to life, touched up and optimized photos we select for Amazon use. And I want to get into all this other fun stuff later, but it's delivered in 7 to 14 days after your photo shoot. Can you guys imagine how much time that would be? Lots of times we're even faster than that. But the number one reason why people don't get started with this is you might be thinking you can't get started because you're already writing your own copy, or you already have someone writing for you. Okay? Now the good news with this is you can. Okay, so Dallas, saw his first 6-figure month working with us. Here's what he had to say when he didn't even anticipate this. He says, besides being one of the kindest people I know, she's a rock star at giving you a listing that is keyword rich, and yet is still easy to read. She works emotions into the listing, all the while letting your customers know how great your product is and how it will benefit them. Karen redid 2 of my listings and created a listing for me prior to launch. On the 2 listings, conversion increased dramatically, causing a rise in BSR and page rank. On the new product, quickly ranked on page 1 with minimal launch promotions. It continues to be a best new release in Amazon choice with only 2 reviews. A retail giant even approached us to sell our products in their stores, and we excluded that to protect what their brand is and everything else. But as long as Karen will do this, I will continue to use her services. It's because of her that we've seen our first $100,000 month. I'm proud to call her a friend and a mentor. Thank you so much, Dallas. That means
so
the
awesome.
world. Yeah. Okay. Now I want to get more into the service. I know I kind of rushed that a little bit, but I wanted to not keep you guys too long. But who does this work for then? This service we're talking about. It works for first product sellers. If you have this is your first product that we're dealing with, might as well start it off on the right foot. Works for sellers with hundreds of SKUs, people who they want to resurrect their dead listings. It's to help move sitting inventory or to 10x your business, to save time. If you're looking to focus on what you love doing, it's excellent for you. If you want the best on your team to help grow your business, that's just who it's working for. Okay, let's break this down what you're going to get when you go for this service. First off, product sales copy and listing creation is really priceless, but if we had to give it a baseline, this is easily worth a lot. So competitive and keyword research that we do for you. We analyze your competition. We look over all their keywords that they're ranking really well for, that they're indexing for. We look at how we can get an edge up on them. We do all that work for you. Then we look at the why-based sales copywriting, where Karen herself will start writing it for you. We look at the professional photography of all the images. You're going to be getting attractive, experienced models where we schedule with them and the professional photographer. And we start getting everything reined in to start telling the story the right way. Okay, at the end of it all, you'll have 6 to 8 EBC-worthy photo touch-ups, which means all you need for EBC is just maybe 5 to 6 or so. We'll give you some extras in there just in case. Okay? Now, total value of all these things that go into it, the work, the scheduling, everything else, easily valued at $17,000, almost $500. Okay? At this point, a lot of people always ask us, but how can I be confident you'll get it right? Here's why. With Max Onboard, this is something that we set up where you can upload your project, answer some questions, and get things done the right way. With this, you'll be able to accurately share your vision with us for what you have in mind with your company, your products. You'll give key details about your product or your brand. You'll get rid of any worry. The project will be right the first time that we get going on this. Okay? Now, here's the big picture with it. What this whole service is designed to do is after it's done, you'll be able to get incredible why-driven sales copy that speaks to your customers, professional photos that tell that story, niche-appropriate models. If you have a dog brand or a cat brand, or it's for people that are seniors, or if it's for teeny boppers or for kids, if it's toys, stuff like that, we will find the appropriate models for your brand. Then we start focus. After that, you can be able to focus on your core business tasks, which would be creating and developing the vision of your company, where you want to take it. The meditating, actually getting things going on the right track from the beginning of the day. Focus on your traffic, build customer lists, stay in touch with your customers. And you'll finally be in control of your time. Now, not only that, you'll be able to watch your business grow. You'll be able to develop as a business owner because you made the decision to go with someone who knows what they're doing at a very deep level. And have proven it over and over again. You will have made that decision yourself. You'll have a stellar experience and be able to continue to outsource with your master team. You'll be able to spend time doing what you love versus what you feel like you have to do, which, as we know, is inaccurate and not the truth. You'll be able to share valuable experiences with your friends, your significant other, the children, family. And last of all, you'll feel confident knowing your listing is getting done the right way from the right time. Okay? And at the same time, you'll be able to get rid of all these other things. So time-wasting tasks that you really hate anyway. Creating sales copy, which is keyword research, the competitor research, raking over reviews and FAQs, and finding the real why customers are going for these products. You'll get rid of headaches and copywriting and paying someone to really proofread to make sure everything's right. If you're foreign, if you're across the sea or one of these other oceans or something, English isn't your first language, and that's okay. You'll be able to avoid common English mistakes and bad grammar, which brings suspicious customers. Are these guys really a U.S. company, or are they even legit? That kind of a thing. You'll be able to get rid of the photo shoot busy work of finding experienced models and scheduling with them, scheduling the photographer, wasting time planning shots, and the headaches of directing the shoot. You won't have to be there yourself at all. You'll be paying someone to proofread. You can avoid all this stuff, not to mention everything with the graphic designer, the photo touch-ups and editing, the prep images, the resizing images, paying a designer. In short, you'll get rid of all the worry of getting it wrong. And having spent all that time to just see nothing happen with your listing. We want you to be able to get rid of all of that. That's why we do this. And all of that, being able to get all of that and get rid of all of that with just 30 minutes of your time answering questions on PLP Onboard. Excuse me, Max Onboard. Okay, now at this point you might be thinking, Eric, I'm so busy. I don't have 30 minutes to answer some questions with this here. Who else is busy with this? Go ahead and give me a quick shout out with it. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Now, you are wearing so many hats right now, which is why you need to allocate your most valuable resource right now, or you're going to be wasting it. You're going to get rid of it, and you won't have enough of it anymore for as long as you keep doing the way you're doing now. And that's your time. Your time is your most valuable because you can't get it back again. Okay? Now, again, who does this work for? All these people that we just talked about. This is first product sellers, sellers with hundreds of SKUs, doing the resurrect dead listings, move sitting inventory. All this stuff is who it's working for. That's who we want to be working with. Okay? Now, let's kind of recap with this. What you're going to get is all of this product sales copy creation, everything that goes with it. You get access to all that stuff. We deliver it to you right away as soon as it's done, within 7 to 14 days. We get it right the first time with Max Onboard. Just 20 to 30 minutes. You can even spend less if you wanted to. The more you give us, the better we can do it more accurately to what you want. Now, total value of that, easily almost $18,000. And we could leave the service just like this, and you would be completely happy. It would change your business, your life. Trust me, guys, we've seen so many cool things happen with people's businesses after working with them on it. Okay? But you know, I don't know, Gary. What else do you think that they need? I don't know. I mean, honestly, we looked at all these other services out there. We saw what they were offering. And a lot of them, they charge extra to give you the keyword research sheets and stuff like that. So we thought, hey, we're doing all the work anyway. Why not just give you guys the keyword research spreadsheet for your own product? Not only that, this is an awesome spreadsheet. Let me tell you all about it. So you'll get a highly relevant list of keywords together for your product, obviously. Here's what gets really cool, though. We start sorting it by relevancy. So we look over your sorted list in minutes. This helps us write a much better product listing for you. But for you, they can help out with all your mini product launches. They can help with sponsored ads to target the right ones. It can help with SEO optimization, like your images and things like that. It can help with the potential related products. Lots of times other customers, they found products in there that they didn't think they would go into, but because it was in this research, it's so related that they ended up trying that product as well. Found a whole new product, list of products off of that. Okay? Apart from that, as a bonus service, I know a lot of you have really delved into your keywords. You've done a lot of research yourselves. You can give us your whole list of keywords as well, and we'll include that in the sorting for you. Okay? That would save you guys so much time. It's going to be awesome. Okay? Jeff, thank you so much. He said, hooked on Karen worked for me really well. Thank you so much, Jeff. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Thank you so much. All right. What are you going to get? So product sales copy creation. We talked about that. We talked about Max Onboard. We're going to tell us everything about your product. Custom keyword research spreadsheet. Easily nearly $20,000. We don't want to stop there either. What else do you possibly need to make your business go really, really well? So you have the listing, you have the images. Oh, you have the keyword research. How about we help you with launching your keywords, launching your products and things like that? Would that be cool? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break down the best keywords to target after we write your listing. We're going to estimate how many units you need to rank. We're going to check that with lots of different software to make sure we get it accurate. And we give you that whole breakdown so you can use it in your planning meetings with your team or just yourself. I mean, can you imagine how much time that's going to save you? Having everything laid out for you, like what we would do ourselves if it were our product. That's what you're getting. Now, bonus with this, we're going to give you some bonus training on our favorite launch strategy, what we're using. In fact, we have another cool one we're testing right now. It's going to be awesome. we're going to start sharing that one with you guys for free as well. So you know exactly where to go, what to do to make it more effective. Especially as Amazon has changed things so much with launches, this becomes really relevant to you guys. Okay, so again, what you're going to get, product sales copy creation with the images, the listings, the listing sales copy, I mean, the keywords, onboard. I'm getting so lost because there's so much stuff we're giving you guys. And the keyword launch projections and suggestions is going to be huge for you as well, along with the training. Easily almost 24,000. Okay, what else do you possibly need? We're not done yet. What we're going to be doing as well, putting together some case studies right now with our clients and the strategies that they're using to make their products go so well after the fact. Now, it's in production right now. We may actually sell this access in the future, but we want you to get the first right to view and dissect these case studies before we give them to anybody else. You guys will get the first access to these. Are you guys getting pumped about what we're going to be getting for you this? Okay. Oh, I've seen a lot of smiling faces too. Okay. So what you're going to get again so far, product sales copy creation. That's with the images, the listings. Look, it'll tell us everything you need with the onboard 20 to 30 minutes, custom keyword research spreadsheet, the keyword launch and suggestions, 3 case studies and interviews, all for a grand total of over $25,000 in value. Guys, we've never given away anything like this before. This is absolutely nuts. Now, obviously, we're not going to be charging you $25,000 for this, okay? But if all it did, let me ask you this question actually. If all it did was finally get you 7 out of 10 people to buy, would it be worth it? Yeah, I mean, of course it would, definitely. What if this? What if it got you only half of those results? So 3 to 4 to 5 people for every 10 that came. Would it still be worth it? Yeah, of course it'd be worth $25,000. Okay. What if it made your product launches and giveaways far more effective and you could give away less units for greater results? Would it be worth it for that? Most definitely. Now, if it gave you more organic and sponsored ads traffic because now your listing's a lot more relevant and customers see it as more relevant, if it just gave you more traffic just because, would it be worth it at that price? Yes. And if it just saved you hours of time, headache, and money, would it be worth it there? Of course it would. You guys have so many hats you're wearing right now. You just can't divvy up your time as much as you'd like to. So of course it would. Now, what's one high conversion listing worth to you? Okay. I mean, is it, if you had one successful maximized listing with this, would it be worth $15,000 a month to you? Maybe $50,000 a month, $100K a month or more? One perfect listing. Okay. One perfect listing was the thing that got us from the $0 a month to the almost $200,000 a month with us, $190,000. It's what's brought us beyond, and it's helped us to continue to launch products very, very effectively because we now know how to write the perfect listing with this. Okay. So again, would it be worth the $25,000? Of course. I mean, you could see what would even be a good deal at $12,000 if we were to give that to you for that. But no, we don't want to go there either. Now, in the near future, we're thinking we're going to be going and offering to the general public for $2,997. And that as well would be well worth it because your business is changing. You guys have stuck with us for so long, though. You've been super patient. You've been really active, answering lots of questions. And I know you can tell that this is for your business because otherwise you wouldn't still be here. So because of that, you guys are extremely special. And we want to reward you for being so special. Now, because you're special, you can get started now for just $1,997 today with this. It's super easy. All you do is go to maximizey.com/go. You go ahead, you put in your information, and after that, immediately after, you send us your details about the product you want to work on. And you know what? If you don't even know what product you want to work on just yet, we'll work all that out with you after the fact. I mean, we have a whole system of you communicating with us. It's super easy, okay? So to get started with that now, the special offer today, which we may not even continue until after this, I mean, it's going to be $1,997 today with that to get all that stuff, okay? Super excited for you guys. Now, you have 2 choices at this point. Now, first option is you do nothing. Maybe you take some of the stuff from this training, you start losing some steam and some speed because it's a lot of work to figure out how to do this the right way, okay? You cannot take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, more on that in a little bit, and nothing changes. because you're doing things the same way you're doing it and the same way everyone else is doing it too. Okay? Maybe you're fine with that. Or maybe the second option is more appealing. Maybe you just pony up this small investment today compared to all the value you'll get in return and just give it a shot. We've done something absolutely crazy with this. We've come up with the conversion guarantee. What this is if you sign up today, our Maximize Why listing creation service doesn't help you to increase your conversion rate on Amazon. And if it doesn't do that even over 6 months, we've gone ahead and we've spread it out over that long period of time. All you have to do is just let us know and we'll refund your money. Okay? You have 6 months to go ahead and give it a try. See if it increases your conversion rate, your sales, and things like that. If it doesn't, we refund you your money. All the risk is on us working on your listings for you. Okay? But here's the thing, though. That's not even the real question. The real question is it worth gambling less than 30 minutes of your time to check this out? Which, if it does even half of what we're claiming today, will pay for itself as you're selling with Why Listing is Live. I mean, is it even worth that? I mean, this is what we talked about. What you're going to be getting is listings, a sales copy, the images, that we do everything for you. We handle all of that value for you. We go ahead and we just get your feedback really quickly today, and that's it. That's all you have to work on. We go from there. You get all the case studies, the interviews, the custom keyword research spreadsheet, the keyword launch projections, bonus training that we talked about before. And again, massive, massive value, but only for $1,997. That's a pittance of what it's worth. Not only that, you're going to be the ones that are going to be leading the charge on Amazon, doing what no one else has been willing to do or even knew that they could do on Amazon with this. It's going to be super exciting. It's going to be changing your lives. I can't tell you guys enough how excited you're going to be to get your listing back. You're going to be blown away by this. Okay? So again, you just go to maximizewhy.com/go. And with that, I mean, I wonder if we should introduce this next part to him, Care. I was kind of hesitant because it's like massive value. It's kind of scary but kind of fun. Oh, do you guys want to hear it?
I'm so
We have
excited.
something really, really special. This next bit, this is for the first 25 people who get set up with this today. And this is crazy because there's a lot of people on today. So for the first 25, if this interests you at all, I'm going to share with you, you guys are going to absolutely want to go and get set up fast because it's going to go super fast. This doesn't make logical sense to us to do this for that many people.
It does to me.
Well, it does to Care. It scares me a little bit. But if we go ahead and, okay, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to go and tell you. But again, if this interests you at all, go to maximizewhy.com/go and get set up as fast as you possibly can because these are going to go fast. Okay? Here's what it is. All right. So product sales copy creation. You're going to be getting that already. You're going to be getting the Maximize. Hold on. Oh, I almost showed you what it was.
You did.
Okay. So for the first 25 people, what we're going to give as a bonus are 10 more lifestyle picks, a total of 20 that you can have for your product. You don't need that many for Amazon. You can use that for a bunch of other stuff if you want to. You're going to get 10 more for free.
Which is, I have to say, huge. If you guys have a Shopify store or if you have social media like Facebook and Instagram, this is massive. You're not just using this on Amazon. You can use this with your email marketing. This is really powerful stuff. Images are worth a ton of money, in my opinion.
Yes. They always say worth like 1,000 words, right? If you had 20, that's 20,000 words we're dealing with all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
Of highly powerful storytelling. Oh, 10 more? That's nutso. Okay. After that, you'll also get access to unique selling point analysis, which I'll do myself. Basically, when you have like a private label product, you can't really differentiate yourself much more than what's on the page, right? Your offer can't be that much different, or maybe it is. Maybe you're one of the lucky few. But there's a unique way that you can stand out amongst your competition. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and analyze your competition. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick recording showing what I would do with your product to differentiate it, add something to your offer, spice things up. And we've had some really cool ideas come out of this with that. So that would be huge value for you that you would get for free if you're the first 25 people. Oh man, people are already hopping on right now. Guys, these are going fast. Watch out. Okay. So priority status and support you'll also get. You'll jump to the front of the line of all of our projects right now, and you'll go ahead and you'll get first access to it right away. And support, we'll go ahead and do the priority support as well with this. This is also going to help us kind of start building out a team of support we can start working with us too. Okay. Now this part, for the first time ever, this is what's absolutely going to make me go crazy. And I think it's going to work really cool. But for the first time ever, we want to make sure that we go ahead and give you guys something super special to where you can feel like an absolute VIP and know that your business is being handled on the listing creation side. You guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, man. We are going to go ahead and pony up a free 5-night stay in Cancun. This is for the first 25 people only. Okay? 5 nights staying there. You just go ahead and you figure out a way to get there. You can drive, you can fly for super cheap, depending where you are. And then you go ahead and you get there, you handle the food and things like that. Super cheap in Cancun. All you have to go ahead and focus on, I believe, is like the small daily tax. It's like 15 bucks a day or something like that. Don't even worry about that. You get the free 5-night stay in Cancun.
Yeah, it's a super nice hotel. And the reason I wanted to do this is because, like I mentioned before, I love trips. I love, as a business owner, like taking a minute to regroup and refocus and just spending some me time because, as you guys know, it gets crazy out there, right? You can be doing so many things every day and just kind of lose yourself. And I really believe it's important to reward yourself, take care of yourself, do things that make you happy. And I wanted to do this special thing for the first 25 people because I think you guys deserve it. Again, I know I'm 100% confident you're going to love what you see in the results, but I want you guys to be like my best friend. I want you guys to really see the value here.
My best friend too. Don't see me out.
Right.
But yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. And so like, how's it going to work? When do you schedule it? When can you go? Again, only for the first 25 people, but you can go whenever you want to within a year. Okay. You schedule it whenever you want, whenever it sounds good to you. Okay. That's huge. The total value of this bonus for the first 25 is nearly $4,000 worth. We're super excited. Okay. So again, that free night getaway, again, we just want you to experience true business ownership and know that, whoops, there you go. Know that the right work is getting done even while you're away from the office. If you're going while we're working on it, you want to systematize every aspect of your business after this. I kid you not. And you should. So again, this is the free 5-night stay in Cancun. To be the first 25, we're going to have to look right after the fact, but maximizey.com/go is where you're going to go for that. Okay? Guys, we're super excited. Okay. You guys have a lot of questions, and I'm super excited to get to all of them for you. Let me go ahead and Dallas, thanks so much, by the way. He says, hey, I'm Dallas from the testimony. Karen does great work. It will be money well spent. You will see great results. And Andre, she really knows how to do a listing. Yes, she's very talented. Wow, you guys, this is awesome.
Thank you so much for the shout-outs, you guys.
Okay.
You're so sweet.
Now, the questions are going to start coming in. We've had other questions you guys have asked us beforehand. We're going to try and cover everything we possibly can here. And we have to do it pretty quick because I know our daughter's getting out of school soon too. And so we want to be ready for her and not just, sell all day. But anyway, so here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and start dissecting your questions bit by bit. And anytime, don't let your questions hold you back. Don't be holding on to it. Make the fast decision because those things are going really quickly. And we'll cover your questions even after the fact. Like you have the support down there, Karen at privatelabelprofit.com. Still have questions, go there along the fact, and that'll be fine too. Okay. Or if you experience any problems, sometimes things can get bogged up. There's so many people going over right now, and things can get bogged up on the site. Maybe your payment doesn't go through properly or something. If that's the case, just get in touch with Karen at privatelabelprofit.com, and we'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you. Okay. Not a big deal. All right. So first questions then. You see any questions over there, Karen, that we can tackle at the beginning?
Yeah, let me pull them up real quick. Sorry.
Here's a cool one. It says, this is my first product. Does this still work? Yes, definitely. This is going to work if it's your first product, your 5th, even your 100th. Especially if it's your first product, you want to go do everything right from the get-go because I know more than likely you made a big investment in your inventory. More than likely. And you want to do things the right way and have all your product launches be really effective after the fact because you can convert really, really well. Yes, this will definitely help you with your product listing. Okay. Good one. Can I have you work on more than one listing? Absolutely. Yes. So the payment right there at the $19.97 today, that's for one listing, like one ASIN to work on with it. Okay. And with that, after you go ahead and you pay for your first listing, we'll go ahead and give you a special offer to do even more. It's a big discount for your second or your third or fourth or fifth listings. That's only after the fact. I want to keep that special to those who go ahead with their order today with it. Okay? But absolutely, yes, we can definitely work on more than one listing for you. Oh, someone had a good question about that too. They said, can Karen really handle 25 listings? She's pretty good, actually. She's really fast. Yes, she can. Maybe I have to hear it from me, though, but let's hear it from Karen on that one.
Right. So I've been, like Eric said, it's been at least 10,000 plus hours of practice. So yes, I've gotten this down to a system. I'm very efficient. So yeah, I can get 25 listings done in the next 2 weeks. And so yeah, definitely be one of the first 25 to get that priority to bump. So
yeah, you guys will just bump right ahead of the line. Even if somebody, well, yeah, exactly. Even if somebody buys 3 or 5 listings after you, after the 25, you're still going to get the priority for the first 25. I wonder if we're even getting I wonder how close we're getting. It's probably getting pretty sparse right now. There's still a lot of you on. But yeah, don't let your questions hold you back right now. Okay, so question. Does this work for Amazon UK, France, Germany, etc.? Absolutely it does. Now the trick with that is it's also like there's a translation issue with that too, right? I mean, you have to translate it into Italian, into, I was going to say into UK English, but maybe that's not such a big deal. but in Germany and in French and all this other kind of stuff. So that'll be the only issue. But if you have the emotional why selling factor there, making the translation is not going to be that hard at all. And so, of course, it's going to work there, especially because no one else is doing this like we're doing it. I can't even tell you guys enough. Like Simon Sinek said, 95% of businesses don't do this. That's all businesses everywhere. Amazon sellers, most people are brand new to business themselves. This is their first time doing something. Even less. It's probably less than 3% that are actually doing anything like this. And even though they're doing something kind of like it, they're probably not doing it even right. We've come across no other listing that's done it very well in all our time doing this, right?
Right.
Exactly.
I think what makes this so powerful, especially in the e-commerce space, is just, you know, the customers can't see or touch your product. And so many Amazon listings are just very, very basic. They maybe have 1 or 2 pictures of just the product and maybe some basic features. And for a lot of us, especially us Amazon moms, you know, we need more information off of that because it's so annoying to have to return products. So there's been so many times where I'm like looking at product listings, I'm like, I want to buy it, but I'm not sure if it's exactly what I want because, you know, I really hate returning things. Does anybody else hate returning items back to Amazon?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yes.
So if you can really assure your customers through amazing sales copy, like, this is a legit company, they're professional, they have amazing pictures, I know exactly what I'm going to get, they're going to feel so much more comfortable buying your product because they know what they're getting, at least more so than 95% of other product listings. So they're going to feel a lot more trusted going to you versus a competitor.
It's really well said. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Yeah, you guys are asking really good questions. I'm just kind of looking through here too. We just had a message come in here. I'm in, but I can't see Max Onboard. So you're on the confirmation page. There's a link right there that says go here, click here to go to Max Onboard and start answering your questions there. You'll see it in your emails and stuff like that. If you're still having trouble finding it, just email Karen at privatelabelprofit.com and we'll go ahead and direct you to the right place. Okay? This is awesome. Okay. When will my listing and pics be delivered? So anywhere within 7 to 14 days after your photo shoot. So here's what you're going to want to do. I don't want to get too technical, but basically, we're going to have a scheduled photo shoot for everyone to send their products to. And whenever your product arrives, if it arrives before the photo shoot, we're going to set everything up so that we can include it in that very photo shoot. Okay? So to make it safe, make sure it gets there within a couple of days before the photo shoot. Okay? If we can't fit it in because we can't quite plan out everything for it, it'll go to the next photo shoot. Right now, we have things set up for 1 photo shoot a week, right? That's going to be after next week because we're heading on vacation. Yes. And so you guys have plenty of time to get your first products in. Yeah, not going to be a problem. Within 7 to 14 days, you'll have everything that you need with that. Okay? Great questions. Other questions that you see over there, Karen, in the chats?
Yeah.
Just in the beginnings?
So they're asking about EBC.
Oh, yeah. So it says, Can you use EBC if you just send the application to USPTO? Or you have to wait 6 months to be registered? Oh, okay. You can use EBC right now if you have brand registry 1.0. Then yes, as long as you have products within your registry, then yes, you can absolutely do that. Great question. Otherwise, if you don't have brand registry and you haven't submitted with the trademark office, then you're gonna have to do that first for that. And that was a really good question, actually. You can go to LegalZoom. You can go to there's another attorney that's been looking really good. They're cheaper than LegalZoom, but they actually understand Amazon really well. I'll have to find that and I'll have to share that someplace in one of the groups or something. Great questions. If you go ahead and you get this today, I'll go ahead and make sure you get that information right away, though. I'll find that. Great question. Okay. Sorry. How soon will I see results? This is a great question. It really varies. And here's why. Because every product is so different. But typically, people can start seeing results very quickly. They'll start seeing an increase in sales. They'll start seeing a bit more traffic within a week or two or so as they start building more history. If you do a mini product launch with your new keywords that we're telling you to target, it'll help expedite things a lot faster. So it's optional, but I recommend you go ahead and do it. Okay? And luckily for you, we've given you some extra training and some other things you can do to launch your product more effectively. So that'll be really helpful for you too. All right? Did you have another question, Kara, that you found?
Yeah, so someone's asking to see screenshots of a 50% conversion rate. So we didn't include any in our presentation, but
that'd be a great idea, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have to send you some in a follow-up email.
That's a great idea. Yeah, a follow-up email. Let's go ahead and do that for sure. But yeah, there's plenty of screenshots that we can use. We'll have to get more from our customers too. But that's a great idea. Okay. Let's see. Have you ever come to the UK to present here? Ooh, that'd be exciting, cool. Jonathan.
I love it.
Love that idea too. Will we go to the UK to present? Hey, Jonathan, if you can share with enough people to get a big event going, you betcha. We'll definitely do that.
Invite us over.
Great question. Okay, let's see. Do you have a payment plan in place? No, we don't. The reason is because the way our service is set up, we absolutely have to get everything set up front. We have to do the scheduling. We have to pay the photographers. We've got to get everything absolutely in line. And so the way our business is set up right now, we can't offer payment plan. Unfortunately. Luckily for you, though, there's other ways you can get one. And so it's pretty cool. One thing you could go ahead and do is you could go ahead and go to friends and family if you've got to. One other thing people have access to right now, you probably have like a Visa, a MasterCard, a Discover card, something like that. You guys can go ahead and use the payment on that credit card today and just use their minimum monthly payment with that. That would be super easy for you too. So a great way to do a payment plan where it's not having to do it in 3 payments. You can do it throughout an entire year if you wanted to. And that way you can get your business rocking and rolling, see the great results coming in, and go from there. So that's a great option for a payment plan right now. Okay?
So Thomas had a good question. He said you offer 10 plus professional pictures for the product. What if I have color variations?
Great question. In that same, after you go ahead and you get set up, what am I trying to say? So the actual 1997 is for one ASIN. Okay, so one of the variations. So your best-selling one should be that one. Okay. Now, if you want to get pictures taken of all the other ones as well, we may do like one like group shot for you just for free. But to get individual pics taken for each of them with models holding each of them or something, that gets really time intensive.
Yeah.
Like you would not even believe. Like we had this crazy experience the other week where we were working on some baby products, and same thing. They had like 4 variations of each, and it was absolutely astounding.
Yeah,
how much time it took to get everything in there. Plus, with it being a baby and baby models, like they're unpredictable, and so it takes a ton of time. And so, if you do want to get those, you can go ahead after you make your purchase today. There's going to be a page that comes up that says, "Hey, do you want other work done for other products too, like images or something like that?" So, of course, you can go ahead and add more on there. If you have even more you want to do than what's allowed there, then go ahead and get in touch with us directly after the fact, and we'll go ahead and get it set up for you. Probably at a discount too, depending on how many variations you have. But we'll see more about that too.
Yeah, go ahead and email me, Thomas, and I'll definitely give you like just a bundle offer if you just want like pictures of the other variations, not sales copy on the other variations.
Well said. Well said. Okay, great. Let's see. Am I one of the top 25? That's a great question. There's so many coming in right now. I haven't even been able to look yet. But we'll go ahead and take a look. If you're one of the top 25, we'll make sure that you go ahead and get an email about it. I'm thinking you are one of the top 25. If you have a question, if you are one of the top 25, go ahead and send us an email to Karen@PrivateLabelProfit.com, and we'll go ahead and make sure we check you directly. So we have to check it with you. I'm not sure what your email is, and so we have to go look at some things like that real quick. Great question.
So we had some questions come in about the guarantee.
Oh yeah, speak of the devil. Yeah, how does the guarantee work? So Karen, you walk us through it.
So there's a couple different things. In the past, I've had people ask, well, what if this is a brand new product, and what does that mean? So basically, I guarantee that if you already have an existing product listing, that your conversion will go up at least 5% over the next 6 months. Hopefully it does a ton more than that. I've heard crazy results, but at least 5%. And then if it doesn't, then I'm going to refund you your full $19.97. So it's it's a massively powerful guarantee for sure.
We've seen nothing like it. It's been absolutely fun to put together. But no, the rest kind of nuts. But we know it's going to work really well for you, though.
For sure. So if it's a brand new product listing, if it's your first product listing, then we'll go off of a 10% conversion rate because that's the industry kind of benchmark. So at least a 15% if this is your first product listing. If you have other product listings, then we'll kind of take it off of the average of those if you're going to have us work on a brand new product listing. Did that make sense, or was that kind of confusing?
I think that's pretty good. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Okay. So bottom line, and remember what that would do for you though, guys. In our example, we were talking about how it would, if you were to increase just the 5% and that was all that you did, that would still be an extra $15,000 a month just on the one product at $30 each time, okay? So it may not seem like a lot, like 5%, that's hardly anything within 6 months. We're not saying that. We're saying in that entire time, it's like your guaranteed time frame. And 5%, if it doesn't increase by that much, hey, you get your money back, no harm, no foul, and you probably seen a lot more sales in that time anyway. Okay, exactly. It's huge. Like you guys don't even know just yet. Okay, great questions. Let's see. How can I train my team on how to do these listings? Of course you can. Again, 1,000-hour rule. So you can see how we do it. You can see what would I do differently and that kind of stuff. Of course, you can train your team on it, but still the 1,000-hour rule. So what we want to do, hopefully, is we want to sell you on this so well, and you see just how great the listing comes out and have the great results after the fact. We want you to keep coming to us every single time after this, like Eli and others just like him, okay? Because you're only going to grow more for it. Your business becomes more valuable for it. You're happier because you're not doing stuff you don't like doing, and it just gets really fun after that, okay? So we want to do it so well that you keep coming back to us time and time again. So that's what we're going for with this, okay? If I buy, are there any upsells? Another good question. Yes, there are. It's not that you need anything else yourself. Like we're not like tacking on like extra services that we're not offering right now. This is our full-fledged service at a huge discount today. Mm-hmm. What we're giving you is the opportunity to get an even bigger discount for more products that you want to do anyway. Okay. So if you have like another 2 or 3 products or just one more product you want to try it with as well, that'll be a huge discount for you. We're keeping that private for people that go through. But yeah, there are. Okay. Now you have other questions that come in too. You just go ahead and hop on in.
Yeah, for sure. So Thomas, yeah, just to clarify, so the 10 plus professional images are lifestyle images with models. So they're not just product pictures.
Yes.
These are ones that are shown in the lifestyle of where you'll be using it. So maybe it's a home decor product. Maybe it's a kitchen appliance. Maybe it's an outdoor table or whatever the case may be. We're going to show it in that setting, and we're going to have good-looking people using your product.
Yes, exactly. That's really what sells in the end, though. We're going for the why. That's what people are looking for. They're not looking for a million different angles of the same product. That's not what's going to sell them on it. Okay.
And then, Jonathan, thanks for your question. So he wasn't able to get on earlier. He's a Brit. We love British people. Eric's definitely a British at heart, too. All his ancestors. So can you summarize of what the offer includes for Jonathan?
Sure, yeah. Let me go ahead and hop right back. Actually, Jonathan, you can go ahead and look at this kind of box right here, what everything is. Basically, it's The product sales copy creation. That's Karen working on your listing, giving it good why feel. So why people are buying it. It's super emotional. It's super relatable to people, and it converts like crazy. Okay, so it's her writing it, her doing all the research, us doing all the research, the competitive research, the keyword research, all this stuff. And then from the PLP onboard, the Max onboard, it's just a quick tool that we use to get a good feel from you. It saves you a ton of time. We're going to spend 20 to 30 minutes on it. You'll get the full custom keyword research spreadsheet that we create. We sort it out for you so that you see how relevant these keywords are and all the ones that we use, so you know what to use it for in your business, okay? That'll be super helpful with sponsored ads. It'll help you with your product launches. You can just look at it at a quick glance and see, okay, here's where I'm at, here's what I want to do, and go from there. Okay, we're all about making fast business decisions. That's a huge tool for that one, okay? Great asset for you. The keyword launch projections and the bonus training with it. We want to give you an estimate and projections on what it would take to rank for certain keywords that we're targeting in the listing for you, okay? If you have a specific keyword that you want to target, then awesome. Excuse me. Then you go ahead and you let us know in your onboard analysis, in your questionnaire right there. It's really simple. Okay, and from there, you also get 3 case studies, interviews. We're putting those together as we speak right now. And then for the first 25 only, I think we have a few more spots left. We have a lot of people on that are still on. I'm not sure why you guys are still on.
You guys are the true heroes.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are the true heroes, but we need you to take the bull by the horns and make a decision for your business today. That's how you're going to be seeing successes with fast decisions with that, okay? But for the first 25, though, Jonathan, it was a free 5-night stay in Cancun plus some other bonuses. Basically, it's more images that we give you for free. It's a unique selling point analysis where I look at your listing and I would tell you what I would do to make it even more unique as a great offer that is not available on Amazon right now. People have seen some really great success coming off of those. And so it's a great reporting that I'll do specifically for you. Okay? So, but the core offer, though, is a sales copy and images with professional models and photographer that really gets things going on. Okay? Man, I hope I said that right. Woo! We're going long, guys, but I really like what we're doing with this. Okay? Who is actually going to set up the EBC for my product? Great question. Primarily, we will. Like, if you have EBC ready to go, then we're going to go ahead and get all the details to you. We're just going to ask that you give us access to your account through a VA access, which means that we can go securely into everybody's and not share any details and not get you in trouble. It's just like we're a VA, basically. Okay? We can go between any number of accounts very safely, and Amazon's okay with that. What that means, we're going to go into your product. We're going to add the EBC for you. If you prefer that we don't get inside there, then we have training for you to do it yourself, and that'll be really easy for you. Okay?
Yeah, and one quick clarification. So a lot of you, I don't know, maybe not a lot of you, but some of you are newer Amazon sellers and you don't have brand registry set up yet, which means you wouldn't have access to using the Enhanced Brand Content tool. So the good news is I'm going to write it regardless if you have it or not, so that when you do get your brand registry in place, that you can quickly implement that. So I will still write your EBC and the product description. So you can use the product description while you wait for your brand registry. Does that make sense?
That's really well said. Yeah, good call. Yeah, great questions, guys. Who owns the photos in the sales copy? You do. We're going to give you absolutely everything, and we do not share it with anybody else. This is your assets that we deliver right to you. In fact, after we deliver it to you, we typically kind of erase all the content so we don't reuse it accidentally or anything like that. And also just to save space on our computers too. We're doing a lot of stuff for a lot of people, and we don't want to get things confused and, again, get out of the whole space context too. So yeah, we even like delete all the stuff from our servers too. Okay, great question. Do you reuse any sales copy or photos? Oh, that's very good. No, we don't. 2 for 1. Great. Can I use my photos and copy outside of Amazon? Of course, definitely. You should. When you're doing some cool strategies with like landing pages and stuff, use it there. Use it in your Shopify site, like Kara mentioned before. Yeah, absolutely. Use it anywhere you want to that can help you build your business.
Facebook ads,
yes.
Instagram posts, email marketing. I mean, that's valuable.
Valuable
Images
stuff.
Make all the difference.
Yeah.
your marketing products.
And Magda, I just saw your question come in too. How do we copyright the copy and the images? Great question. I would recommend you go to LegalZoom just as a fast place. I don't have anything off the top of my head right now, but they do help out with that. And so I think it's pretty cheap too. So that's a great thing to go do. Great call, Magda. Good job. And Dallas, Eric Karen, EBC is great. Thank you so much. Dallas, you're just really super kind, my friend. Thank you so much.
We love you, Dallas.
We do.
You're awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Did I make the top 25? We have a few spots left, you guys. So we have a lot of you still here. Again, not sure why you're still on. I'm happy to answer questions. We'll answer your questions even after, too. This isn't just a one deal for us. Like, we want to be helping you guys all along the way with this. Been in business for a good while now, and we just love doing it. This is up to you, though. Up to you to make the ultimate decision what you're going to do with it. Okay? Right. All right. Great question. I can't afford the $1,997 right now. I'm super sad. I'm so sorry. But you know what? It's not that big a deal. There's so many options for financing that it's not even a big deal. I mean, you can go into things like you can go to the Visa or the credit card or the Discover card, because basically they can get you on a payment plan where you're paying the minimum payment for the card every month for this small amount. And over a year, that would be hardly anything, especially when you're seeing more sales coming in with it. Okay. If that's not an option, you get in touch with family or friends and you kind of go into business with them, so to speak, until you can pay them back with some interest if you want to. Just make it up with them. You may have to get a little bit creative with it, and that's okay. This is something that you can do that no one else is doing. And when you do this, like you fall into this new category of the very elite where you can start seeing massive growth with your business. And that's what we want for you guys. And so, yeah, go ahead to the maximizey.com/go, and you'll see where you can go ahead and get that set up right there. As far as like not being able to afford it too, what you could also do is even get in touch with companies like Kabbage or something. That's a great possibility. I know PayPal has like PayPal lending as well. There's just so many opportunities out there right now. And basically PayPal, they'll get everything set up and they'll take payments out from like your PayPal account if you have payments going there already. Something cool to look into. There's all kinds of options out there. It's a great question. Do you offer support if I get stuck? Of course we do. Definitely. You shouldn't get stuck because we do everything for you anyway. But yeah, if you feel like you're getting stuck with something, get in touch with us and we can help do maybe a group training on it or something like that. Great questions. What about other things through here?
Yeah, so Luisa Maria, pretty name. I hope I pronounced that right.
Ooh, Luisa Maria. Ooh, Luisa, where are you from? Luisa Maria. That's cool. But
yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
So yeah, similar question. So basically, thanks for registering for this webinar, and we'll keep in touch with you via email and definitely let you know with where trainings we have coming up and
yeah, if any. Yeah, we're not sure if we're going to keep on going or not. We're going to see how this first batch goes, and so far it's great. We've loved it, and I love going side by side with Care. Well, yeah, we'll see how we do. I don't know. We may end up closing it for a bit until we bring out that new price that we were talking about before to the whole public. So we'll see. Great question. Okay. What's the difference between this and other sales writing copywriting services? Bottom line, there's so many differences. The bottom line is that you have the chance to do something that no one else is doing. Like, let me tell you a quick story. One of our customers, he was working with another quote unquote notable sales copywriter for Amazon. I don't want to get him in trouble or say who he is, but we heard a lot of things about him though. And so really for a long time we thought, well, maybe he's doing a lot of what we're doing, right? Anyway, so our customer, he ended up talking with us and he showed us, he worked with this other guy as well. So he showed us what he had, what he'd done, and we were absolutely blown away at how little he did. This is like a pretty famous sales copywriter for Amazon. And there was almost nothing done. It was the features. It was the other little things that were just no good. Okay. Things that everyone else is doing that he was kind of tooting his horn that he's doing so good at it, you know? I can see why features are a good thing, but if you're leaving out the why, you left a huge hole in your business. Okay. So the main difference is we're doing everything for you after the fact. We're doing everything based on what we've seen works with listing after listing after listing. And as we're doing everything with listing after listing after listing like that, things get really, really exciting at that point. Okay. And you see things change with your business. You see different quality of customer that comes to you, and obviously more customers and things like that. So we're doing what no one else is doing. So there's not even a way to even specify all the differences because there's so many. We focus on why, they focus on the what and the how. They focus on the features of your product. They focus on the benefits that it gives, like the natural radiant glows and stuff like that. That's not what we do. We focus on the why and like ultimately what that natural glow does for you and how it makes you feel and that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with. So this question, will this work for my products? Absolutely it will. Now, if there's like a really rare case that we like see that, hey, you've done everything you've absolutely done and we cannot improve it at all, that's never happened, by the way, then of course we give you your money back, hands down. But the fact is that no one has done it how we've done it. Even people who have had really good listings in the past, there's always something to improve on to help them grow their business, always. So this will absolutely work for your product. And no matter the category either. Like we found this works in the pets sector. It works in the music. It works in the house, in the home and dining and kitchen dining, and it works with the beauty and things like that. This works in every single product in every single category. Okay? And so make no rest about that. Guys, this has been super exciting. A lot of you are still on right now. You're listening in. Don't let your questions be a hindrance to you. Make sure you go ahead and you hop on to maximizeY.com/go. Head over there, get everything set up with a quick one payment, and we'll get things going for you right away with this. Okay? We're super excited to keep on working with you. And if you guys have any other questions, make sure you send them over to Karen@PrivateLabelProfit.com. I hope we covered everything. There was a lot in there, but we tried to sum it down to the most common ones that we saw between everybody. Maybe we missed a couple. So if we happen to miss yours, just shoot it over to Karen@PrivateLabelProfit.com. Anything else to say, Care Bear?
No, thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been such an honor. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the great questions and the compliments and the interaction. It's been really, really fun. And thanks to Eric. You can see why I love this guy.
That's sweet.
He's got such a great radio voice. I love it.
Ooh, radio voice. What do you guys think? Should I go radio style? That'd be interesting. Thank you so much, Care Bear. And guys, thank you again so much for sharing and for coming today. And we're looking forward to seeing your orders come through and to work on your products with you and help you grow your business.
Yeah, seriously. That's like my favorite thing. This is why I'm like focusing 80% of my time is on this business, because this is like so fun for me. There's nothing better than getting great emails from like Dallas and Jeff and wonderful people that I've worked with the past year that just, it makes me so happy seeing them succeed. It's so, so fun for me. So I'm all about focusing on what I'm really good at, what I love to do, and just keep optimizing that and working with great people. It really brings me a lot of joy.
Magda, thank you so much for your compliments too. It's been really, really appreciated. Thank you so much. Everybody, we're going to cut it off right there today. But again, go ahead to maximizeY.com/go and tell you what, I'm going to do something kind of crazy. You weren't anticipating this, Care. So I still have to go through and look and see how many people we have that got for the first offer. And if everybody's been bought in, if everyone's like kind of been taking all those spots, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more by the end of the 30-minute hour. So by 3:30, if we happen to have 25 people already, if you happen to buy after that fact, then we're going to go ahead and give you that trip as well. Okay? So within 30 minutes this next time or something like that. Okay.
And we'll go ahead and send the replay out. I know a lot of people were emailing me saying, we can't get on. So yeah, it's been so fun. I'm so grateful we had such a big audience and a lot of interest. It's been really, really fun.
Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you again so much. Sally Forth, and we'll see you soon. Bye,
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
See ya.